So what is the topic we're going to discuss, guys? Today we are going to discuss something called as method overloading. Okay, so this is a very interesting and an important topic going ahead. Okay, so that is method overloading. What is method overloading actually speaking? Okay, it's a very simple topic. Okay, see here, I'll have one class. Okay, I'll have one class here. Okay, in one class, can I have multiple methods here? Your answer is yes. In one class, I can have multiple methods here. I can have any number of methods here. But my question is, in one class, can we have multiple methods with the same name? Can I have many methods with the same name? Possible. Okay, we can have multiple methods with the same name, but there should be some kind of difference with respect to their arguments here. Only then we call it as method overloading. Okay, so what did I tell here? I will explain it to you in a beautiful manner over here. Okay, see here, guys. I'll have a beautiful class here. See, I'll have class name is demo. Okay, open curly braces and close curly braces. Okay, now, and then over here, in this demo class, I'll have a method m1 open parenthesis close, open curly braces, close here. Okay, just that I have one main m1 method. Similarly, I'll also have one more method. Okay, imagine this method name is m2 method. Is it a syntactically valid program? Absolutely yes. I have one class here. I have couple of methods with different names. So it's absolutely valid here. But what is the topic we are going to discuss now? We are talking about something called as method overloading. Okay. So what is method overloading here? Just have an observe here. Okay. Just observe. Just ignore the second half and just concentrate on the first half here. Okay. What is method overloading here? Method overloading is nothing but in a class. Okay. We are having multiple methods with the same name but difference in arguments. Okay, so this is called as method overloading. In one class, we can have any number of methods here with the same name, possible, but there should be a change in the arguments here. When I talk about change in arguments here, I need to satisfy at least one of those three rules which I have specified over here. That is, there should be a change in the number of arguments. If I have multiple methods with the same name, right? Okay, so I need to satisfy either one of these three rules. Okay, so these three rules are change in the number of arguments, or change in the data type of the arguments, or change in the order of the sequence of the data types. Okay, either one of those three rules I need to satisfy. Only then we call it as method overloading. Okay, can we see this program in a beautiful manner here? Yes, absolutely here. So now here, okay, is this absolutely valid program? We need to analyze. Okay, so now what is method overloading? In a class having multiple methods with the same name. Okay, in one class we're having multiple methods with the same name, but there should be a change in the arguments here. How many number of arguments? 0. How many number of arguments? 0. There are no arguments at all. Okay, what is the, if the number of arguments are same, there should be change in the data type. Is there any data types? No. Is there any data types? No. Then how will I check the sequence? I cannot check. I cannot check. Therefore, this is an invalid class here, because I told you that we can have multiple methods with the same name, possible, but we need to follow certain rules here. But I'm not satisfying either one of those three rules. Even one rule I'm not satisfying. Therefore, it is invalid. Now what I'll do, therefore, I will just write it as, okay, int x over here. Okay, now is this valid? Yes or no? 100%. How? Sir, in a class having multiple methods with the same name, but difference in arguments. Okay, when I tell difference in argument, how many number of arguments are there? One argument is there. How many arguments are there? 0. Is there any change in the arguments? Yes. Therefore, it is a valid class. Okay. So in one class, when I have multiple methods with the same name, there should be a change in the number of arguments. Is there a change in the number of arguments? Yes. Therefore, it is a valid class. Okay. Now, the number of arguments might be same. Okay. See what I'll do here. I'll have int x here and I will have int y here. Is this valid? Is this valid? No. Why no? Sir, is this valid? You might tell yes also. Sir, there is a change in a variable, sir. Is this valid? It doesn't matter. Variable names might be same, might be different. It doesn't matter. All matters is the data types here. So the data type is same. Number of argument is 1. Number of argument is 1. Data type is int. Data type is int. Meaning everything is same. Okay, so therefore it is invalid. So therefore what I do, I'll just write it as string y here, string x here. Is this valid here? Okay, absolutely. Okay, how? In a class having multiple methods with the same name but difference in arguments. So how many number of arguments? 1. How many number of arguments? 1. So the number of arguments are same. So the first rule gone. If the number of arguments are same, there should be a change in the data type. What is the data type here? It is integer. What is the data type here? It is string here. Is there a change in the data types here? Yes. Therefore, it is a valid class. Okay. Therefore, it is absolutely valid here. Got it. Similarly, okay, we understood the two rules here. What is the third rule, sir? Okay, I'll tell you in a beautiful manner here. Okay, int x, comma, string y. Okay, and here I'll write it as string x, comma, int y. Okay, now, so is this absolutely valid? Yes, sir. In a class having multiple methods with the same name, but difference in arguments. How many number of arguments over here? Two. How many number of arguments over here? Two. The number of arguments are same. Okay, if the number of arguments are same, there should be a change in the data type. Okay, what is the data type here? One integer and one string. Here we have one integer and one string. Here again one string we have, one integer we have, meaning the number of arguments are also same, the data types are also same, one integer, one string. If the number of arguments are same, even the data types are same, there should be a change in the order or the sequence in which it is written here. Therefore here first it is integer and then it is string. Correct. What is it? First integer and then string. But over here it is string and then integer. So there was a change in the order of the data types here. The first method, it will be int and double. Imagine. Okay, sequences first integer and then double. But in the second method, it will be double and then int here. So there was a change in the sequence, the order of the data types here. See, number of data types are two, number of data types are two. Okay, here again the data type is int and double. Here also it's double and int. So data types are also same, number of arguments are also same. But look at the order, the sequence. Here it is int and then double. Here it is double and then int here. So this is called as method overloading. Okay, so just go back and read out the definition here. What is method overloading here? Method overloading is nothing but in a class we are having multiple methods with the same name. Okay, we are having n number of methods with the same name, but once we have so many methods with the same name, there should be a change in the arguments. When I tell change in the arguments here, we need to follow at least one of those three rules, meaning there should be a change in the number of arguments or the data type of the arguments or the sequence or the order in which other data types are written. Only when I satisfy these three rules, method overloading will be an absolutely valid data. Clear? So this is all about method overloading. We have a couple of notes here which we will be talking about a bit later. Okay. As of now, let me start implementing it practically over here. Okay. So I've already opened Eclipse. Okay, so it's already ready. Okay, so now to work around with Eclipse, it's a three-step process. We know that three-step process, right? What is it? We have to create a project, package, and class here. Okay, so let me create a project here. Okay, see below file, there's a new option. Click on new, and I have to create a Java project. Okay, I have to create what? A Java project, and the Java project name will obviously be method overloading. Okay, so we created a project with the name called as method overloading. Okay, and then here, okay, we need to create a package. Okay, control N, and I will create a package. Okay, and the package name is com. Okay, you can give any package name. So again, com, click on com, control N. When I tell control N, this new tab will appear, and I have to create a class. Okay, class name is, okay, I can give anything over here. I'll just give it as method overloading. Okay, I'll just give it as method overloading. The class name is method overloading. Okay, now done. So I have created a beautiful class, and the class name is method overloading. And we all know what is the meaning of it, correct? Package com meaning there is a folder by the name called as com. Okay, and the class name is method overloading, and the file name will be method overloading.java. So that is present in a folder called as com. And class is a blueprint or a platform to store states and behaviors of an object, correct? And public is nothing but the access specifier. If the class is public, it means everyone can access it. Okay, public means everyone can access it. Okay, so it's like a public transport. Public transport meaning everyone can use it, right? Similarly, if a class is public, it means everyone can access this respective class. Okay, that's it. Now let me try to have multiple methods. See, void is the return type. It's an indication that the method will not return anything. And the method name is display. Open parenthesis close, open curly braces close here. This is the scope and the data. We have the perspective here. Okay, so void is the return type. Display is the method name. Open parenthesis close, meaning I'm not passing any arguments as of now, and open curly braces close here. Okay, now similarly, I'll have the method called as test. Open parenthesis close, open curly braces close here, and the return type is void here because I don't want to return any data. Okay, now so now in one class we are having multiple methods over here. Is it a problem now? No. In one class we can have thousands of methods here. Okay, there's no process problems at all here. Okay, so in one class we are having multiple methods over here. But the problem will occur only when we have multiple methods with the same name. Look at the program over here. I am having in a class, I am having multiple methods with the same name. Okay, once we have multiple methods with the same name, there should be a change with the arguments here. See, number of arguments 0, number of arguments 0. Therefore, here I will take one variable called as int. Okay, int x here. Now is it valid here? Yes, correct. No, how? Sir, in a class having multiple methods with the same name. Once we have multiple methods with the same name, there should be a change in the arguments here. See, here it is 0 arguments, but here it is accepting integer argument. So it's absolutely valid. Similarly over here, okay, similarly over here, what I do here is I'll have one more method. Okay, why is it giving an error here? See, why? Because here 0 arguments, 1 argument. 0 argument, 1 argument. It's valid. Here it is 1 argument, here also it's 1 argument. See, having multiple methods with the same name. But when I have multiple methods with the same name, there should be change in the arguments here. See, number of arguments 1, number of arguments 1. Data type is also same. Okay, therefore I change the variable name. Why? Does it matter here? No, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, variable names might be same or different. All matters is the data type. See, duplicate method display. At the bottom of the screen, there is an option called as duplicate method display. Correct. So we have to write it as, okay, I'll just change the data type to double. Will it work fine now? Absolutely. Why? The number of arguments might be same. Okay, 1 and 1 number of arguments might be same. But look at the data type. Here it is int and here it is double. Got it. So when I have multiple methods with the same name, there should be change in the number of arguments, that is the length or the data type of the arguments. What if I have multiple methods with the same data here? See, here I'll have int and string. Here also I'll have int and string here. So it's a problem again. Why? It's a duplication of method over here. Okay, duplication of methods cannot be there. Now you'll tell, sir, change the variable name, sir. Okay, I change the variable names here. X, Y. Does it matter here? No. The data types, as I told you here, always the data type will play a role here. Okay. So therefore, in this particular scenario here, what am I supposed to do here? Here I have to write it as string. Okay, I'll write it as string, and here I'll write it as int here. Will it work? Absolutely. See, now the variable names might be same, might be different. It doesn't matter. Okay. So this is what we are supposed to understand over here. Further clarity, guys. So we are having so many methods with the same name, but there was a change with respect to the arguments here. Okay, so this is what we are supposed to understand the data here. Clear? Perfect. Right. So now here, let me try to print the content here. Okay. So here, okay, I'll just write it as, okay. So I'll just write it as something hello. Okay, dabba fellow. I'll just write it as hello dabba fellow. Okay. So and here I'll just print the value of x here. Okay, and here also the same thing. I'm supposed to print the same x value. I'm supposed to print the same x plus I give a space and I print y, and here I print the x value plus give a space plus y. Right. Okay, so this is what we are supposed to understand here. Okay, so now I go back here. So see, as I told you here, in real-time industry here, what do we follow? We always prefer having the curly braces in the same line here. You can write it in the next line also initially, but as I told you in real time here, we always try to have the curly braces in the next line here. This is all about it. Got it here? We have a simple class called as method overloading, and we have so many methods here. Clear? Now, can I execute this program? I can execute this program from another class here. Absolutely. Okay. Control N, and I create a class, and the class name is a runner class. And do we want main method? Yes. I click on main method and I tell finish. So I get the main method over here. We got one comment here. As I told you here, if you want to delete this line, press Control D. Control D meaning automatically that line will get deleted here. And from here, I will just, take this to the right side over here. I'll just scroll to the right side here so that I can execute the program in a beautiful manner. Okay, now I'm done. So now here, the execution will always begin from our main method, correct? Ultimately, all these methods are non-static methods. Okay, all these methods are non-static methods. If it is non-static methods here, what am I supposed to do here? Okay, so I am supposed to, write it within the main method, correct? I have to create an object here. So I'll create method overloading. Okay, I'll give an object name as MOL equals to method overloading. I create an object successfully. Once I'm done creating an object successfully, I need to call the method, correct? How will I call the method? MOL. Okay, the object name dot method name of, I tell display of, and I am passing 45. Now quickly tell me here, I'm passing 45, right? Okay, so now which method will get executed? Out of so many overloaded methods, which method? First, second, third, fourth, fifth here. So in order to cross check, press Control on your keyboard. Press Control on your keyboard, hover on the method and click on the method. Where is the control taking me to? It is taking me to, okay, the display method. It's taking me to what? To the display method here, which is the second method. Similarly, if I pass MOL dot display of, I'm passing, okay, see, I'm passing 12, comma, I am passing Java. Now tell me which method will get executed first, second, third, fourth, fifth. It's common sense, no pure common sense here, correct? What are we supposed to do? Press Control on your keyboard, hover on the method, click on the method. Where is it taking to? It's taking me to the fourth method, wherein it is accepting int and string. Am I passing int and string here? Yes. Similarly, MOL.display of, I am passing, I am passing 45.65. Which method will get executed? The third method, obviously. Common sense, no? See, my control is going to the third method. Again, MOL.display. Now which method will get executed? first method. Why? I'm not passing any arguments, and here also it is not accepting any arguments, right? Similarly, mol.display of here I am passing it as, okay, so yeah, Eclipse, okay, and I'll give it as 789. So now which method will get executed? See, the last method will get executed. So this is called as method overloading. Okay, so now when I execute it over here, okay, so I will be able to get my expected content here. See, did I get the expected output? Yes, absolutely. I have got the output in the most beautiful manner here. Okay, so this is all about the entire process here. Got it, guys? So now this is called as what? Method overloading here. So we have a few notes, okay, which we need to understand. Okay, so now there are always two types of methods, guys. Okay, one is called as static method and non-static method. So in interview they'll ask, okay, can static methods and non-static methods can both be overloaded? Can we overload both types of methods here? Yes, absolutely possible. See, these are all non-static methods, correct? Display, I've not used any static keyword, so it's a non-static, the static method. See, if I just write it as static method, so it works fine. So we can overload a static method also, non-static method also. What is static method? I've not explained yet. Okay, what is the job of static? I haven't explained yet, but somewhere back of the mind here, always have this thing in your mind. Okay, that is okay. I mean, we can overload both static and non-static methods here. Okay, now here, next, can we overload main method? Your next question is, sir, can we overload main method? Your answer is actually yes. We can overload main method as well, but the execution will always start from the main method, wherein it accepts string array as an argument. Okay, what is the meaning of it? I'll tell you. The first question was, can we overload non-static methods? Yes. Can you see the example on your screen? Okay, you can overload non-static methods. Can you overload static methods? Absolutely. You can overload those kind of methods as well. Okay, next one. Can we overload main method, sir? Is it possible, sir? 100%. How? Sir, can you give an example, sir? Yeah, absolutely. Control N, and I will create a class, and the class name, imagine, I just give it as demo. Okay, now here, let me have one main method. See, main method. This is my main method now. So I'll have multiple main methods. See, okay, so here it's giving an error here. Why is it giving an error? I told you, no. What is method overloading? In a class having multiple methods with the same name, we have the methods as same name, correct? But there should be a change in the arguments. So here I'll write it as int a, and here I'll write it as double b here. Got the clarity? So there are so many main methods here. So now I'll just give the output as hello. Okay. What will be the output is what we are supposed to understand here. Okay, now see, when I execute it, see what is the output I get? I just get it as hello here. Why? Sir, the execution will always start from the main method, wherein it accepts string array as an argument here. Okay, sir, when will these methods get executed, sir? The execution will start from main method with a string array. So I got the output as hello. Sir, when will these methods get executed, sir? I need to call them. How will I call them? It's a static method. Okay, I can call them as main of 10. Okay, so when I tell main of 10, I am calling, see, press control on your keyboard, over on the method, click on the method. Where is it taking to? Here. So here I'll just print, okay, a colon plus a here. I'm just printing the value of a. Now look what happens here. Can you see the output here? Hello, and then a10. What happens? See, the execution will always start from the main method with a string array. Hello will get printed, and I call main of 10. So main of 10 meaning this method will get executed, 10 will get printed. Again, I call main of, okay, 12.45. Now which method will get called here? See, and ultimately I'll write it as by here. Okay, so just look at the output here, what you will get now. So I'll just write it as, okay, so I'll just write it as this entire process here. So now when I execute the program here, okay, what is the output here? Okay, see what happened here? Hello, A10, B12.45, and then by. Sir, how, sir? I'll tell you. See, static methods can be overloaded. Can you see the live example on your screen? Static methods can also be overloaded, correct? And then non-static methods can also be overloaded. And what is actual meaning of static? I haven't told at all. So don't worry about it, because I need to explain what is static. So keep in mind. But I'm just telling, oh, can static methods be overloaded? Yes. Can main method be overloaded? Yes. Can non-static methods be overloaded? Yes. Your answer is yes for everything. Okay. So here the execution will start from this main method. Hello will get printed. Main of 10 meaning I call this method a value is 10. So 10 will get printed over here, and the control will go back. And then main of 12.45. So this method will get called. B value is 12.45. 12.45 will get printed. Control goes back. And then what is the next line? By. So therefore, even main method can be overloaded. But why am I calling it directly? Because it is static. That we will understand in tomorrow's session. What is the actual meaning of static? Okay, now. So this is what I just wanted to explain. Correct? Can static methods be overloaded? Yes. Non-static? Yes. Main method? Yes. But whenever there is string array as an argument, this is wherein the execution always starts from. Correct? And there's a third question. Sir, what if the return type is different? Return type might be same or different. It doesn't matter. Okay, return type might be void, it might be int, it might be string, it doesn't matter. Okay, but if you have method names as same, it's overloading. But I told you yesterday, if a method is returning something, you need to store it and print it. Okay, if a method is not returning anything, don't store it nor print it. Got it? So if I'm giving you something, okay, see, common sense now. If I'm giving you something, you will store it. If I'm not giving you something, if I'm not giving, what will you store then? Common sense no. So the return type might be same or different. Okay, doesn't matter. And method overloading is also referred as compile time polymorphism. We are already done with polymorphism actually, but I haven't told this is only compile time polymorphism. So when we talk about polymorphism concept in detail, I'll talk about this topic again. So this is all about method overloading concept, guys. So whatever is on the screen, okay, if you study that, that's more than sufficient. And I'll tell you here, this is one of the favorite question for interviews. Okay, what is method overloading is one of the favorite questions for all the interviewers. Even if I am taking an interview here, I definitely ask this question. Okay, it's like, it catches the eye here. Okay, so make sure you are strong enough in this particular concept here. Clear? Perfect. I hope you all got the clarity about method overloading. Perfect, guys.